Have you ever stared into a mirror for a long time? And I don't mean a quick glance before school. Not fixing your hair. Not checking your skin. I mean standing there and really staring at your own face for longer than feels normal. Try it sometime. At first, it's awkward. You might laugh. It feels ridiculous, like you're waiting for something to happen. Then the laughter fades. Then you get bored. But if you keep going, if you really commit to it, something changes. I started doing it after reading about urban legends online. Stories about mirrors. Reflections. Things that aren't quite right. The first few times, I couldn't last long. Seeing my face every morning was bad enough. Sitting there and studying it felt like punishment. But I like creepy stuff. I like scaring myself. So I kept trying. Eventually, I got used to it. I'd sit on the edge of the bathtub and just stare at my reflection. I'd yawn. I'd sigh. I'd mutter to myself about how stupid it was. And then one night, it got weird. I started studying my face like it was unfamiliar territory. The small scars. The uneven eyebrows. The way one eye opens slightly wider than the other. Then I focused on my eyes. Really focused. Scanning my pupils. My irises. And after a while, I had this strange thought. Was I looking at my reflection? Or was it looking at me? What if it was the other way around? For just a split second, I thought I saw it wink. I jumped back, heart slamming against my ribs. Jesus Christ, this is stupid, I muttered, laughing at myself. When I stepped forward again, everything was normal. It mimicked me perfectly. Blink for blink. Smile for smile. I told myself it was my imagination. Until I saw something behind me. In the reflection on the bathroom floor near the wall. There was a small black cube. About 1.5 inches on each side. I frowned. Why is there a... I turned around. Nothing. The floor was empty. I turned back to the mirror. The cube was there again. Right behind me. I leaned closer to get a better look, but my body blocked it from view. So I stepped back, pressing myself against the bathroom wall. In the mirror, I was standing right next to the cube. Slowly, I reached out with my foot. In reality, I felt nothing. But in the mirror, my reflection nudged the cube slightly to the right. I froze. This had to be some kind of optical illusion. A trick of perspective. My brain filling in gaps. It wasn't real. It was only happening inside the mirror. I told myself to forget it. Go to bed. Sleep it off. But how do you ignore something like that? So I tried again. I adjusted the mirror slightly so I could keep the cube in view while standing against the wall. Then I reached out with my hand. Again, I felt nothing. But in the reflection, my fingers touched it. A chill ran down my spine. My reflection was interacting with something that didn't exist in my world. Carefully, I made it close its hand around the cube. Then I lifted my hand. In the mirror, it was holding it. I couldn't feel the weight. Couldn't feel the edges. But it was there. I brought it closer to the mirror and examined it. Solid black. No markings. Perfect edges. I pressed it against the mirror's surface. It didn't pass through. But the top shifted slightly upward. Like it could be opened. My heart was pounding now. I reached with my other hand, struggling to adjust to the reversed movements. After a few failed attempts, I managed to wedge my fingernail into a tiny crack. Slowly. Carefully. I opened it. At first, I couldn't see inside from where I stood. So I leaned closer to the mirror and lifted it higher. Inside was something white. Then I saw thin red lines. Veins. And suddenly it moved. It turned. And I realized what I was looking at. An eyeball. I screamed and stumbled backward. Inside the mirror, the cube fell from my reflection's hand. It hit the floor once, twice, then came to rest. The eyeball rolled out. It rolled toward the mirror. I expected it to bounce off the glass. It didn't. It passed through. My breath stopped. I watched as the eyeball rolled across my real bathroom floor and came to a stop right in front of me. It shouldn't exist. It couldn't exist. But it was there. Wet. Glossy. Real. I sat there on the cold tiles, unable to move. And I stared at it. And it stared at me. And with every second that passed, I felt it looking deeper. Not at my face. Not at my eyes. but through them. Like it wasn't observing me. Like it was searching for something behind me. Something standing just out of view. In the mirror,